Alright, so jumping straight into one of the first suppliers that I'm going to be discussing in today's video, which is Alibaba.com. And for those of you that don't know exactly what it is or how it works, it's essentially a website where you're going to be able to find various different suppliers that are mainly based in China. Now, you can use it when it comes to finding local suppliers as well, but majority of the suppliers on this website are going to be based in China. Now, one of the main ways that a lot of people use Alibaba is by finding a supplier that's going to be able to ship you the products in bulk into your country. So over the years, I've used it when it comes to buying winning products in bulk, shipping it into the UK, and then from there, me and my team ship it out one by one. But you can also use it when it comes to finding suppliers that are going to be able to drop ship the product directly to your customer whenever you make a sale. But there's two different ways that you can find these suppliers. So let's start off with the first way. So let's say you want to sell Bluetooth headsets. What you're going to do is just type it in there just like that and then click on search. And from this stage, you're going to be presented with all of these different type of Bluetooth headsets and all of these different listings and suppliers. But of course, you would already know which model, which make, which color, which type of product that you want to drop ship. So let's say, for example, I wanted to drop ship this one. One of the first things that I do before I even click into the product page is to look at a few bits of information. So firstly, I tend to look at whether or not the supplier is verified. So as we can see right here, this supplier is verified. And what this basically means is that a third-party audit company has gone to the warehouse to make sure that they're a real company and that they sell the products that they're claiming to sell. So of course, it will be in your best interest to make sure that whatever supplier that you're going to go with is verified. One of the next things that I look out for is how many years the supplier has been on Alibaba.com. So as we can see, this one has been on Alibaba for around 6 years. Now for me personally, depending on which product I'm looking to sell, if it's a product that's been around for a long time, I like to make sure that the supplier has been on the platform for minimum 6 or 7 years. But if it's a brand new product that hasn't really existed on the market before, then maybe I might go down to around 3 years, maybe 4 years. But under no circumstances will I ever use a supplier that's been on the platform for only 1 year. Like for example, this one right here. Because the way that it works is that every single year, the supplier is going to need to pay a certain fee for them to renew their membership. And if there's been a certain amount of complaints or a lot of issues with any particular supplier, then Alibaba is not necessarily going to want to renew their membership. And that's the reason why it's always beneficial to go for a supplier that's been there for more than 5 years. The longer the years that they've been on the platform, the better it's going to be for you. But just to let you know, just because a supplier has been there for a longer period of time, it doesn't mean that you're going to get a guaranteed better quality of service than a supplier that's been there for a lower period of time. It's just something that I personally look out for to make sure that I'm decreasing my chances of having to deal with any issues in the future. Now, once you have found a supplier that's met your needs in terms of whether they're verified, whether they've been there for a certain amount of years, the next thing that you need to do when it comes to actually reaching out to them is by clicking on this option over here where it says contact supplier, or you can use this option here where it says chat now. And then it's just going to be a simple case of communicating with them, asking them whether or not they accept dropshipping orders. If they do, great. If they don't, then you can move on to the next one. Now, moving on to one of the second ways that you can find dropshipping suppliers on Alibaba.com is by going back over to the homepage, scrolling down over here to where it says dropshipping. And from this point, you're going to find all of these different items that are ready to ship right now. So it's not going to be a case of you communicating with any one of the suppliers to find out if they do accept dropshipping or they don't, because majority of all of these different products right here are going to accept dropshipping orders. All right, so moving on to the second website that I'm going to show you in today's video that most dropshippers tend to use, which is AliExpress. Now, AliExpress is very similar to Alibaba.com, mainly because they're owned by the same people. But as I told you earlier, Alibaba is mainly used for people that want to buy stock in bulk. However, AliExpress is mainly used for people that want to buy an item one at a time. So AliExpress isn't solely used for dropshipping. It's a retail website that everyday people can go onto if they want to buy an item. But because things are priced so cheaply, you can build an entire store around a particular product that's available on AliExpress and dropship it and make a profit. So let me just quickly show you exactly how it works. So what I'm going to do is type in the same product, which is Bluetooth headset. So as you can see, all of these different items are available for you to dropship right now. And it works in a similar way to Alibaba in the sense that majority of these items are going to be located in China. And that's something that you definitely need to bear in mind if you are going to be dropshipping to places like the UK, US, Canada, anywhere outside of China. It's going to take some time for your customer to receive it. So let's say, for example, you wanted to dropship this particular item. There's a few things that you're going to need to look out for on the product page. And one of the first things that I'm going to look out for is the review score. So as you can see, this one's got a 4.9 99 review score, which means that majority of the people that have ordered this product have left positive reviews, which obviously shows me that the people that did buy this item, majority of them were happy with it. And one of the next things that I like to do is double check on exactly how long it's going to take for my customer to receive it. And the way that I'm going to be able to do that is by coming down to this section over here and clicking on more options. And as we can see, there's only one delivery option available, which is not too bad because it's going to take around 15 days for my customer to receive it. And there's also tracking available as well. All right, so moving on to the final supplier that I'm going to show you in today's video, which is CJ Dropshipping. Now, this is a very popular option amongst so many different people for so many different reasons. One of the main reasons is because it was created with the intention of helping dropshippers in mind. So it's not really a retail website. People can't just come on here, naturally speaking, and just buy an item because they like it. Most of the people that are buying items from here is because they're dropshipping it. And the reason why this is important to know is because they're going to have so many different functionalities, so many different tools, and so many different features that are going to help you out when it comes to growing and scaling your dropshipping business. But let me just quickly show you a few things that you need to know when it comes to navigating this website. So when it comes to starting off on the homepage, if we just come to this section here, which is the warehouses, as you can see, they've got all of these different options available when it comes to all of these different items that are located all around the world. So if you want to drop ship from the US warehouse, maybe the China warehouse, Germany warehouse, Canada warehouse, even the British warehouse, you're going to have all of these different options available. But it is important to note that the warehouse that's going to have majority of the inventory available is the China warehouse. And then second to that, I would say is the US warehouse. And then I haven't really used any of the other ones, so I'm not really too sure, but China one definitely has the most stock available. But sticking with the same product example that we've been using throughout this entire video, which is Bluetooth headset, I'm just going to type it in here and then click on search. So again, it's very similar to the other websites that we've looked at in today's video. They've got all of these different products available, but scrolling back up here, if you wanted to filter it, you're going to be able to do it between all of these different warehouses. So let's say, for example, I wanted to see all of the different Bluetooth headsets that are available in the US warehouse. All I need to do is click on this option over here. All right, so these are all of the different options that are available if I did want to offer my customers in the US a quicker delivery. So let's say, for example, I wanted to drop ship this particular one right here. So just like with the previous suppliers that we looked at, I just want to point out a couple things that you need to be aware of. Now, first and foremost, what I like to do once I'm on the product page on CJ Dropshipping is to look at this section over here. And one of the first things that I tend to look at is the inventory levels. And as we can see, it's going to be able to break it down in terms of how much available stock they have in the China warehouse as well as the US warehouse. The second thing that I like to double check is how long it's going to take for the customer to receive it. And the way that I'm going to be able to do that is by looking at this section over here where it says estimated delivery time. And with the shipping option that we've currently got selected, it's going to take between 2 to 9 days for the customer to receive it, which of course is not too bad at all. And just coming over to this section over here, we're going to be able to see the total drop shipping price. The reason why it's important for you to look at this price over here and not this one over here is because this one is the product price. However, sometimes they add on an extra shipping fee if the item is a little bit more heavier, and they sometimes add on a service fee as well. But in this case, the product price is exactly the same as the total dropshipping price because the item isn't really that heavy. And if you did want to get a little bit more information about the product, you're going to scroll down to this section over here, which is the description of the item. And it is important for you to go through this just so that you have a full understanding of the item that you're selling so that you're going to be able to market it in the best way possible. But of course, there's a lot more that goes into using any one of these different dropshipping suppliers. I just wanted to give you guys a quick overview of exactly how they work, what you need to know, and the key things that I wish I knew when I first got started many years ago. But if you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to press the like button so that I know what type of content that you guys want to see. Don't forget to subscribe as well and hit the bell notification so that YouTube can let you know when a new video has been released. But if you want a little bit more information as to how I was able to start one of my first ever dropshipping stores and get it to the point of me making over $1,000 per day in profit, then you can watch a completely free webinar by clicking the first link in the description down below. Or if you rather watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago where I break down step by step everything you need to know when it comes to starting your dropshipping business as a complete beginner in the cheapest way possible, then make sure you click the link right there. Check that video out straight after this one because it's already helped out so many people and I'm sure that it's going to help you out too. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.